Hi. So tonight, we're going to be doing some reading. Duh. It's a bit too bright for me. I am so excited to be here, you guys. I hope you are too. And I see that we already have a donation from Maria, I think it was. So thank you. I appreciate it, Maria. And we'll definitely get started with you. Yeah. Okay. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys tonight? Starting a little bit late. I don't know why. It's just, can't seem to get it together when I want to. It just kind of like takes a minute for me to set it up and make it look as good as I'd want it to. So here we are. I'm excited. I'm gonna light this candle really quick. Get this out of the way. And did you see what it said? That's Virgo candle. Okay. How are you guys? I'm really great. Thank you for asking. Is Maria here? Because she's the one who donated first, so definitely gonna make that the priority first. But let's see, do we have any new faces here? Hi, Joe. Do we have any new faces? I see returning faces. Hi, you guys. I'm excited you guys are here. I don't think we have any new faces yet. That'll change real quick, hopefully. Either way, we could just do it ourselves with just us. That would be fun too. Yeah, I think, oh wait. Yeah, I think this is everyone we've seen before. Cool. How are you guys doing? I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for all the support. I'm glad you guys are here. I feel so much better that you guys are here because it's like, especially with what you guys are saying. I was reading the comments. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Because you're like, I want to be here. Somebody was like, yeah, I just really like your readings. It's like, oh. And yeah, I mean, if you want to be the mod, that's definitely, definitely helpful and appreciated for sure. So let's make that happen real quick. Can't do it right there. So, Lynn, I didn't tell Jenna I was going on, so I don't know if she's gonna come on, but she's 3 hours ahead of me, so I wouldn't blame her if she can't make it. Okay. Let me make you a mod real quick. Okay. All right. Perfect. If you hear the animals behind me, I'm sorry about that. I can't really do anything to change it. That I hope that they're gonna, it's older ones, so I hope they're gonna be kind of chill, but if they're not, I apologize if you hear a few like meow and barks. But I got some animals, so that's how it is around here. Okay, so Maria, what is your question, love? Did you post it already? You may have posted it already. I don't think you did, though. Okay. Will my ex, Roberto, and I get back together and be on a serious, committed relationship? What are his feelings towards me? Okay. I'm going to start with the giant Rider Waite here, and thank you for your question and for your donation. Definitely appreciate it. So let's see. What do we need to know about this situation, first of all? You know, about Roberto and how he feels about Maria. Like, what do we need to know in general? Like, what's the overall energy here? What is it important for us to know about this and understand about this whole connection in general? We have the Libra card, but it's not only Libra. It's justice. You know, it's fairness, it's balance, equality, and you know, like what's right and what's fair. So maybe you guys, you know, you said it's your ex, so it's, you know, you guys probably had something that happened in the past where now somebody wants to make it right, or maybe it's going to be made right. Okay, let's see what this is about here exactly. Awesome. So this is a Sag card, Sagittarius, but if there's no Sag or Libra, that's fine. It's just basically saying that these two cards together, it's really great because it's, you know, first of all, we're talking about making something right, and the fairness and the equality and all these like nice, you know, balanced emotions, and you know, trying to make things, you know, right again. So that's good. And then with Temperance, we have, you see how he's pouring this cup of water. He's going to share it with the world. You know, his feet are in the water. He's like going to share his water. He just has, you know, so much light to share, so much love to share. And, you know, it's temperance. It's just evening things out and just making it calm, peaceful, harmonious. So these two together, I really do feel like this could be an opportunity to make things right. Hi, Samuel. Definitely could be an opportunity to kind of fix whatever, you know, was broken. If not like you guys getting back together, it's just definitely, you know, not having hatred towards each other and not having any bad feelings. I mean, you know what I mean. Just not having any, not like no negativity. I mean, everyone, there's a little bit, but just like not having any like bitterness and resentment like you might have now. Maybe you don't, but I mean, seems as though that's why that would be happening, because there's probably some of that now. So judgment, that kind of makes me feel like, okay, be careful. I mean, watch yourself, you know, guard your heart kind of things are what I'm hearing, you know, with that, because it's like, what is bad about making things right? Well, nothing, but it's just saying be careful. Like, use your better judgment on this one. Maybe, you know, maybe it's saying like, yeah, make things right, but don't get attached, or don't expect too much from this person. Like they, you know, for whatever reason, I can make some guesses, but I won't do that because that's not what we're doing here. But it's like, you know, like you can probably understand already. It's like, why, like, just don't put everything into it. You know, use your better judgment this time if you can. Try to. Because it seems like, yeah, you know, this is going to be something that you can actually make happen or make work. Like, not necessarily in a relationship with love, but just make it not what it is now. Make it better and make it actually something that's like peaceful, harmonious. Maybe you never thought you could make it that, and you definitely can. Um, of course, it's going to take, you know, both of you guys from both sides to be able to like give effort for that goal, to reach that goal, of course. So, I mean, whatever state of mind they're in, which we'll find out right now, is going to matter. You know, if maybe they're not there yet, maybe they are. It just depends on that too, because you can do anything you want. You can try your hardest to make it peaceful and balanced, and you know, no power, no imbalance of power, and no ego like conflicts, and just no unnecessary drama and conflict. But it's like, if they're not willing to do the same thing, it might not be possible right now. So let's see where they're at in regards to this. Definitely, Emma. So where is Roberto in regards to this connection. Like, what does he feel about it? What does he want to do? And this is his current feelings. It's not like it can't change tomorrow. So if it's bad, it can always change tomorrow. So don't feel too upset about it. But at the same time, if it's good, it could always change tomorrow. So don't be too attached to any kind of outcome. Because when we're talking about feelings change, feelings, they change with the moon. And that's every day. So it's like literally, but in a serious way too, of course, things change all the time and we have free will. So really, just don't be too attached to anything. This is the current feelings that he has. Anything could change it. He could just decide, fuck it, or I'm gonna go all for it. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's see his current today, right now, feelings about the situation. Well, I love to be able to say this to you. Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. That's pretty much what we want to see. I mean, there's love there still for you, so that's awesome. And there's like a lot of potential still. It's almost like unfinished business or something. Like there's still a lot of love to give. It's just, obviously that's going to be up to you guys as well because we have free will, as you know. So hopefully that's enough to make them want to act on it, Well, shit, it looks like they do want to act on it. This is today. This is right now. This is current feelings. They see that there's still a lot of potential here. They have a lot of love to give you still. And it's kind of interesting that you guys aren't together. It feels like you guys are. But I mean, it feels more like you're the person who kind of wants to make things right. And they're the person who still has all this love and wants to manifest something, wants to like create something with you, which is why I'm a bit confused. I don't really know what happened exactly, So, and you don't have to tell me. I'm just saying that it's kind of odd, isn't it? Because you're like, will we be together? And it's almost like, why did you ever break up, At least from just the only little bit that I know. With these cards here, it just seems like he's still about it. Let's see what else. What's his next action toward her, if any? Any at all? What is his next action toward her? Well, okay. This seems like a very sure of himself personality. Like, I'm going to do this. At least in this situation right now, currently, we're talking about, I'm like, what's his next action toward her? And this is saying there is going to be a deliberate action towards you. It's going to be like, he may have been thinking about it for a while. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I get, because when we're talking about a decision, we're not talking about Page of Wands, would be acting without thinking, not considering all consequences or, how to approach it, just kind of doing it, irresponsibly and just without thinking, just doing it, just acting and without thinking. And so this, though, is kind of gives me the vibe of like he's been thinking about this for a while, because right here, no more thinking. This is like, I am taking action and I'm doing it. Like, we're not talking about it. It's like I'm actually doing it. So this is a deliberate action toward you. Now let's see what this is here. Let's see what this is talking about. Let's use a different deck. I like to switch it up a little bit. It's like for different questions, we want to get a different vibe, So what is this Two of Wands representative of in this reading here, in this situation between Roberto and Maria? What are his next actions, or what is his next action toward her? Can we know a little bit about that, please? All right. For some reason, there's defensiveness. There's, him thinking like you're against him or something, or maybe there's an argument, or there's somebody who doesn't want to like own up to something. Possibly, it's just somebody who kind of feels like, you know, like people are not on his side, and it's not with the Seven of Wands. Usually, it's not the case. Usually he's kind of like tripping. Like it's like it's probably that these people, because these wands down here are his, so he's throwing them down, and those are his. Like he's on top of this hill here, and he's winning, I guess you could say. Like he's got the advantage because these are all his wands. He's throwing them down, and all these people down here, no one can get up to him. So it's like he's like super protecting himself. But usually with the Seven of Wands, no one's really against the person. It's just it seems that way to them. Probably because somebody just disagreed with them, or is just not, when you are disagreeing with somebody, it doesn't mean that you're against them. But this person is kind of taking it that way. Okay, yeah, see? And they're too quick to make that judgment. The Knight of Swords is like he's taking action, like he's just kind of going, and it's like he's not, nothing can stop him. So basically, that's the situation. It's like that's why he's just kind of jumping to conclusions and just assuming that you're not on his side about something. So I still don't see how this comes together, though. It's like, where's this like conversation that happens in the middle here? Because it's not like he just shows up at your doorstep. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, let's figure out why this happens and what this is regarding, and if we can do anything about that. Thank you. This was on the ground right now. This fell with the other ones just now, those two, or the one that the Knight of Swords, or actually, the first one fell too, huh? I forget, but I think whichever one fell right now, this was there too. So that's why it's happening. Makes a lot of sense. The Queen of Swords is basically just like somebody, you can see her hand out. She's like, well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's like take responsibility for what you've done, or just like own up, like be responsible for your actions, and just, own up, be accountable, like take accountability, take responsibility for these things, own up. So just take it and like accept it, and like, he's not doing that, or you're not doing that in some way. And so that's why there's defensiveness. It's like, it almost feels like you want him to take responsibility. He's getting defensive, thinks you're against him, or like, oh, is that what this is all about, kind of thing. And it's like, wait, like I wasn't even saying, like, what do you're jumping to conclusions, because the Knight of Swords, like I said, it's just nothing can stop it when he's coming in full force. So it's like, imagine like somebody just being like, what did you mean by that? Oh, and it's, you can't do anything about it. So good luck with that. We're not finished yet, but I'm just saying, it's, hopefully he'll come around and be able to like chill and just, talk to you and realize he's being dramatic or just taking it wrong. But that seems like the situation. Unless it's you who basically needs to take responsibility for something, it's probably a good idea to take responsibility of what you do know has hurt him, and hopefully he's able to do the same. But if you just expect him to do it, that could make him a bit more defensive. Whoever the defensive person is here, it might help to like try to meet them halfway and kind of accept that you've done some things too to break this up. That's just relationships in general. So maybe start there. Use your better judgment. Remember, don't expect too much from this. Expect from this to become, even though there is all this love and want to make it work, like manifestation, like to, give and express this love, it's still not necessarily going to happen yet, because here we have, when you guys talk seriously, I mean, that's just what I get. It's like, it's obviously a conversation you guys are having, and he's defensive. And so that's not going to help your guys's, that's not a resolution. It's going to push you further away from each other. Hopefully you can somehow get him to chill and just kind of talk to you and not get so defensive. But when that happens, it's like everything shuts down. I mean, all he's focused on is like, it's not me, like, get the attention off me, like, I'm not just bad here, so it's just, he's not going to hear anything else. And you might just need to give him some space at that point, because it seems pretty irrational anyway. I mean, whatever, he has his reasons for why he's feeling this way, but it's just like, it's not going to get you guys anywhere for now. So you may just have to allow that to happen and have him come back whenever he's ready to do that. you know, because I don't think it's just going to be like, fuck you, bye, because they succups and the magician. So, I mean, really, it's hopefully you guys are, that's all I could really say is hopefully you guys are able to kind of somehow discuss this still so you can come to a resolution, you know, because this isn't a resolution yet, but I do feel like that's going to happen because of these two up here, you know, these are the main energies. It's like it's going to be this eventually. It's just you got to use your better judgment. Maybe now's not the time. I mean, we don't see any like pages here, so it's not telling me like it's too soon or it's without thinking. I mean, this is thought out. It's just basically, you know, try to be mature about it and calm, and hopefully he'll be able to do the same. You know, you can't make anyone do anything. So all you can do is what, you know, you do. So, but I do feel like eventually it will be something where you guys are able to kind of be peaceful with each other. I don't know if it'll ever, you know, be something again, at least not right now. It doesn't seem that that's where it's going just because of this whole argument type, you know, defensiveness. So it might take some time for you guys to get to this point, you know, because it's, you know, it's not overnight. But I feel like that will eventually happen. So just try to be patient and try to focus on you. Try not to be too attached to this because it may not become something right now. And if you want it to, it might ruin it. You know what I mean? Just because of the expectations and the pressure. And obviously, this person already feels like they have pressure on their back from an unknown source, you know, because you're like, I know it's not me. Even if you want them to take ownership of something, that shouldn't be something that's completely just pushed away out of, like, I don't even want to know. It's not at all. That's bad. So hopefully they're able to kind of like see through their defensiveness and not let this, you know, ruin things. As for right now, I just think you need to kind of focus on something else because it seems like if you do focus on this too much, it might just add too much, you know, expectation basically. And I just don't see much. You guys really shouldn't expect much from this right now. You know, I don't know if it'll ever be romantic like it was because I know that like they want it to be, that would be like ideal. It's just that you guys have certain issues that need to be addressed first because it's just going to become a mess if you try right now. It might be too soon to actually be together, you know, because it's like you still aren't able to discuss certain things that you should be able to talk about because it's an issue. So I'm not Russian, I'm pretty sure. No. Okay, let's just thank you, by the way, Maria. Hopefully that made sense to you. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. Definitely willing to look into that for you. Oh, Lynn, I will be making, well, I'm gonna do the list again because right now there's, you know, probably different people here than before. So I'll be making it now. Oh, wow, really, Joe? Wow, can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, cats and dogs don't really like each other. It took a while for them to kind of get along. Sometimes they still don't, you know? So, yeah, he's pretty chill, Buzz, you know? Sometimes he's not, but usually. Peace of mind. Hi. It is meant to be, obviously. How are you? Emma Jones, if you'd like to do that, you can look in the description. All the information for it is there for you. Again, read the description, you guys, and all the information's right there. So go for it. Do that, please, so that you understand the situation here, how it goes down. Okay, so we're going to do the list now. For you guys, I just wanted to read the comments first, make sure I'm caught up with everything. So let's start this list. Whoever wants a reading, please say anything into the chat right now so I can add you to this list. And if you're new, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you like this video. And let me know you want a reading so I can know. Peace of mind, that's you. A new face, pretty sure. Pretty sure you're new. Lynn. Okay, let me know if I missed anybody. Right now I have Lynn, Nick Smiley, KR, Peace of Mind, Cindy, Aloe Vera Channel. Is there anyone else? Let me know before we spin. Nikita. How are you? How's it going? Hi. Okay. Infinity, are you here still? Better be. Just kidding. She'll be back, I think, hopefully. Is Joe still here? Joe Ventura. Excuse me. Tijal. Chicky Chicky. Fantasy Lover, Hollow Scream, Rashu. Kritika. Priyanka. Who else? Sakina, Sahu. Are you guys here? Let me know, because I'm about to be done with this list here. Joe. Ventura. Infinity. $17. Once Upon a Fish. Are you a Pisces, by the way? Once Upon a Fish? Is that why that name is like that? Is that why that's your name? Got you. Okay, Peace of Mind. Okay, what is your question? Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. Please post your question and we'll get started with you. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. I'm ready for you. Go ahead. Talking to a guy named Jordan. Okay. I'm a fishy swimming in this big puddle of water called Earth. Joe. Okay. So I'm following. Peace of mind. You want to know if it's worth it, if it's legit. I mean, obviously that's up to you if it's worth it, but like, you know, if this, like, what his energy looks like or something. We want to meet soon. I'm very nervous. How will it go? Let's see what the cards have to say about this person you've been talking to and how it's going to go when you guys meet, if you guys meet. So here's the thing. You guys haven't met. You're talking about meeting. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? So, I mean, that's the goal. That's the idea. But I can't really just say that question because I don't know if it hasn't happened yet, you know? So I don't even know if it's going to. It may not. So I have to say something else, you know, because it's like, how will it, you know, like, how's it going to be when we meet up? It's like, what if you never do, you know? Totally different. So you're like, it will. So what we're going to ask is, first of all, just for my personal understanding of the situation, I want to get this guy's energy first, but I'll get to your question, okay? What is this guy's energy that she's been talking to? Her peace of mind. Man, are you a male or female? Because I shouldn't assume. Peace of mind is when talking to somebody online. We want to know what their energy is. Okay, good. Queen of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. A few cards fell on the ground, and one of them was the King of Cups. I'm not going to add it to the reading. I'm just letting you know that I did see that and notice it. So you're female. Okay. So thank you. So, I'm very nervous. Okay. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, motherly almost. So I feel like that's, you know, he cares, at least it seems that he does. If we get anything after this card, like if we get the Ten of Swords, if we get the Seven of Swords, if we get the Devil, then I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably not as nurturing. It's not. It's fake. I mean, it's not really that way. But if we get anything else, we're fine. But I've had that happen a lot. So let's see. I'm not going to like manifest it though. I mean, this is your reading. What is supposed to come out here? I am not emotionally connected to the outcome of this. So what do you need us to know? Help me to be the messenger through the cards. How are you going to explain to her what the situation is and what she needs to know, what she doesn't know now? Anything important, anything. I did not say this card, but it's questionable, you know? The Death card. So there's definitely, it's funny, you're like, what's the meaning of this connection? Well, there's going to be a transformation for sure. Probably, it doesn't necessarily mean an ending. It could though, you know, so we're going to look into that, but it's a change, drastic change, almost as if a death had occurred. Like you can't go back to what it was before, you know, because it's like there was a death. It's like that is gone forever. So like there's a change that, you know, it changes things in such a way that it can never be the same. So what is this about here? This is his energy too, remember. So it's Queen of Cups, death, and what is after death? Interesting. Maybe it's not too bad. Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to have to clarify this just because to me, I feel like since this is talking about the past here, it's not talking about the past. It's really a state of mind kind of. It's not mental, it's not swords, it's energy, you know, it's action, it's wands. But with the Three of Wands, it's like the action that this person's taking in this card. He's looking out at the sea here. You see all these ships coming in. They're his ships, you know, carrying in a bunch of whatever they're carrying. And he's like created this whole thing right in front of him, you know, this whole business, I guess you could say. And, you know, it's working. And he's on this mountain. He's just looking out at everything, embracing it like, wow, look how far I've come. Look at everything I've created. Like this is, you know, I'm where it's at right now. This is it. Like this is what I've created. You know, it's successful. He's just taking it all in. So in your situation, it's kind of like looking at everything and how it's come to this point now. you know? So like I said, the past, because it's kind of like thinking, reminiscing maybe about how things were and how you've, you know, you've come so far, basically, how you've gone through so much maybe together. You know, there's been big changes, of course, and transformations. And after that, we see the Ten of Cups, which is very happy and joyous, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's kind of like that's where you want to be. So it looks like this Death card is actually positive here. And either way, the Death card is one of the most positive cards in the deck, believe it or not, because it's transformation that's needed for your highest good. And people just don't like change. That's why they think it's negative. But really, and sometimes it means endings. But it could be an ending to something, just nothing, not you guys. You know, it seems like this makes things better. So there's definitely a transformation, a drastic change. And so tie this together with the Queen of Cups. Why is that here? Cycles. You guys will, I think, probably be in some kind of situation for a while. Not necessarily committed. Could be, but it seems like you guys are going to still be fucking with each other for a while, like as time goes on. The only thing that I would say that's kind of like, you know, a little bit worrisome is, not worrisome, but just, it's kind of like, oh, you know, because, you know, as time goes on, we have cycle, or I mean, sorry, as time goes on, the world keeps spinning, time keeps going, and it's like, you're not really getting anywhere. It's like you keep cycling back to the same thing that you've been doing, seeing, thinking, feeling, experiencing together. So maybe this Death card really is needed, but then after that, is there stagnancy, or is there just, because it seems like that's a better thing. To me, it's almost like, you know, if we're tying these two together, there's no progression until this happens. So try not to look at it as a bad thing. Try to embrace any changes that come. Even if you guys break up for a while or stop talking for a second, you know, that could happen. Maybe there's going to be like kind of a cutoff for a second. But I feel like you guys will still be in each other's lives and trying to, you know, you guys will still be talking to each other like after a while. I feel like it's not going to end for a while because of the cycle that keeps continuing. And then we do see happiness later on. So, I mean, and you guys are looking at the past, like, look how far we've come. So it seems like this is something that is going to last longer, which is cool. But the only thing with the world there, it's like there's no progression really. It's kind of like you guys make it to a certain point and then you don't make it past that point, you know? So I wouldn't say it's necessarily going to be a committed relationship, like a serious, long-term committed relationship. But I feel like you guys will be in each other's lives for a while, you know, probably trying to go back and forth and figure out if you want to make this work or not and actually be together. But it's like, I'm surprised the Seven of Pentacles isn't here, because then that would mean like you're waiting for something to happen and it's not happening, and the Sun card. So you might realize this at one point. Like this, the Sun card could also mean, you know, it feels very right. It feels very good. And especially with the Ten of Cups, it's like, yeah, it does feel very good. It feels like this is the right thing for you. Like you're just, it's, you know, you're in the right place. But the thing about it is it also could be representative of this realization you're having. Like one day it's just like crystal clear that we aren't progressing really. Like, are we like, is this really all it's going to be, you know? So that's something you're going to have to ask yourself when that time comes. But you know, if you allow it to come, obviously you could stop this tomorrow and never let this even any of this happen. But from here on out, from today, this looks like the case. So I think at one point you are going to have that thought in your mind, like, or that realization that, it's kind of like, what is going, like, why don't we push further? Are we going to do that? Or is this just going to be what it is now? Because we're not getting anywhere with this. So even though it seems happy, it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, because there's continuing cycles. And I wonder why that is. We can look into that too, because that's kind of important, you know? But I think I'll save that for another reading, maybe next time. But I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious myself. Okay, give us one more card for anything we need to know, anything she should keep in mind about this connection, please. Anything you'd like her to keep in mind about this connection through the whole entire situation as we from beginning to end, what is something important that she needs to keep in mind? Right. So that's the Cancer card. But also, if there's no Cancer, well, also the Death card, that's Scorpio. So there could be Scorpio, there could be Cancer. If not, totally cool. It doesn't have to be. It's just, what those cards mean also. So just letting you know. But the Chariot here, it's kind of like this is something you have to keep in mind the whole time too. And at some point, it's going to be on your mind because you're going to be like, yeah, this is a constant thing that I'm having to keep in mind. And what is that? Progression, forward movement, like keep this going. What's next? Move toward the goal. Take action, do it. But also don't do it irrationally or and don't do it without thinking first, without considering the options that you have. Because here the Cancer card, cancers are not really just, generally risk takers. And by default, it's like they do consider things first because they care a lot about security and feeling safe and feeling, comfortable. So they're not just going to go and take action like that. These two sphinxes here at the bottom, so that's where we first have caution, right? Then these two sphinxes here at the bottom are going in different directions, and he's got to choose which direction to go in. So which is the best for him, and he may not choose the best one because he just doesn't know, but he's going to try his best. He's not just going to go for it. I mean, he's going to think about it first. So basically, this is something that is going to be a recurring thing on your mind, and I'm sure at some point you're going to go, you're going to realize like, wait, this isn't getting anywhere. And it's, then you're going to decide what you're going to do about it from there. But I think you should consider, like, if it's not going anywhere, what do you want to do about that? Because it is up to you what you want to do about it. You have free will. So I can't tell you what you would, what you're going to do because that's on you. But I mean, I think definitely at some point you're going to be like, it's going to be kind of an issue, or a situation that you're going to have to be like figuring out with this person if you choose to. You could just say fuck it and not care, but that's not realistic. Then you wouldn't have been dealing with them for so long if you didn't care, Yeah, exactly. You definitely can. And that would change this whole reading. That would change everything if you did. Because we're talking about, if you do go for it. So if you don't, change the outcome completely. And that is definitely up to you. That's your choice. It's always your choice. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. Hi, aliens and Aquarians. Yes, you can. Hi, Azalea. Thank you. Definitely okay. Definitely. Um, Let me see really quick. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. What? Azalea. Hi, Jerica or Jerica. Please let me know if the vowels are wrong because you know me and vowels are usually wrong. So do not be mad if that's the case with when I say your name. Just let me know if it bothers you that much. It's totally fine if it does, but you have to let me know or I'm going to keep saying it wrong. So, oh God. Yes, you can definitely be on the list. Okay. I will do that. I'll update the list in a second here when we're finished with this one. Is there hope with my ex, Alan? Leo, or is there something better for me coming up? Jerica. Gotcha. Okay. So, I don't know how to go about this question because I just feel like the question itself, I don't mean to be like particular like that, like we'll look into it, but it's just like when you say, is there hope? It really is subjective. It's a personal opinion really. But we'll see what's here with this person, what they have to bring, like what you guys can bring to each other in a relationship and what do we see them do? Do we, is there hope basically, but in a different way of asking, like what does this person have to offer you and you them? And is that gonna, actually be something or what's the case here? Like how do they feel about it is important, even though it's just right now, but still it's important for you to maybe decide what you would like to do. So, but it is gonna be up to you what you do, remember? So we're gonna look at, the good and the bad here to the situation. You can decide for yourself what you think of that. And thank you guys for the donations. I do appreciate you. I'm glad you guys are here. Returning subscribers, new subscribers, I'm glad to see you. All right. All right, let's get it done. Let's do it. So what is the situation? Like, what do we need to know about this person and you? And what's the, not what's the purpose? There's probably many, but what is there left between you? Is there anything that this can bring to your life? Is this something that's worth waiting for? Is this something that's worth waiting for? Is this something that's worth your time at all? Like, what do we need to know about this? And what it's going to bring to your life? Not take, but what's it going to bring to your life? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cancer, Pisces, okay? Cancer, Pisces. Doesn't have to be these signs, but it, very well could be. I'm just letting you know that's what those cards also mean. So we'll get into what they mean otherwise, but let's see. Anything else because I'm not finished with this yet. Give me a couple more here for what this is, what's left, what she can look forward to about this, what is this going to be in her life? Representative of what? Well, fuck. God. Of course. There's deliberate actions, and there's also somebody who's has their shit together and who's able to take care of themselves. It could be an Earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but it definitely could be because that's Pentacles. So it doesn't have to be the woman in the situation. It's just the person, a person. These are court cards. So well, this is a court card. These are major arcana. These are minor arcana. So here we have the main energies, which could be Cancer and Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but if it's not, or it could also be this, which is this. Remember, it's forward movement. It's action taking. It's progression. It's we're gonna move towards something together. It's not like we're just sitting here. We're gonna do this. Is gonna go somewhere. Where is it gonna go? Right Remember we were talking about Pisces and the whole, ocean thing, that confusion, this clouded thinking, it's Neptune, it's rose-colored glasses. It's really not clear what it is ever. There's no clarity, it's vague, it's not like a, it's not King of Swords, it's not cutthroat, it's not straightforward, it's like mystery, and you never really know where you stand. So that's aggravating, and it's frustrating. And that's the case here. It seems like you just never really know where you guys stand, and it's just one of those things that doesn't really ever become something solid or something to be, like dependent on, or not dependent on, something to rely on. Or, it's not reliable because you don't really understand it, and they're not clear about it either. So it's like, and this could go both ways, but basically there is, that's right, you have kids. Okay, that's making more sense now with the Queen of Pentacles, because someone needs to have their shit together in that situation. But it looks like, with the Seven of Swords here, I felt like this is the overall feeling. And the overall feeling underneath is like somebody is being sneaky or trying to like take something, trying to steal something, maybe trying to just like really act like it's theirs to take, And that would make more sense in the situation. I forgot you guys have kids. So they either aren't helping you, or they are, and they're trying to take from you too. Like they feel like you need to give to them, or maybe you feel like they need to help and give to you, and you're just taking it, or maybe they're just taking it. Either way, it's like you're not being straightforward with each other on that. Whoever this is not being straightforward on it. It's like they're sneaking, The blah, blah. In this card, in this card, you see him sneaking off with these knives or these swords, um, while the knights are sleeping at night. They're resting because they're in combat in the daytime. So when they're sleeping and resting, he's going and taking their swords and, thinking he's sneaky. And that's what it is. It's like somebody's hiding something, or what they're doing or what their actions are. And deliberate action toward stability. I think maybe that's fake. I mean, on their part, they're really kind of, if they do try to get closer to you, I would be caution. I would, take, I would, I would be cautious, just because it seems like this deliberate action of theirs towards stability, what's behind it is someone, like being sneaky and trying to take something, get something out of it. So I feel like maybe they're using you, or just kind of like freeloading, or just kind of it's like they're entitled to what isn't there. They feel entitled to what isn't theirs. Like they have no right to just take or use, and it's like, for what? Like they just think they're that, like or maybe they're just afraid to take care of themselves. I don't know what the intention is, but it's not good. It's not a good thing. It's not a good action either way. It's like they're not really in it for you or the kids. I mean, I hate to say that because that's pretty fucking serious, but like, you already would know that. I feel like, so if I'm saying that and you're like, no, he's a great dad and da da da, he helps me a lot, then fine, that. But if you already know that he's not really there helping you, then that probably makes some sense. It's like, I don't need to tell you what it is, But here it just seems like he's sneaking and trying to take something, and while you're trying to remain stable. And maybe he's trying to seem like he's trying to remain stable too, but it's got an underlying motive. And you'll never know what the fuck it really is, right? Because, I mean, the action, maybe he's taking action, maybe he's trying to change and show you, and it's like, but he's not really doing anything. And it's like, you just don't really know what to believe, like if he really cares or not, And it's hard for me to even say that because it's the moon. So basically, it's like he could be saying one thing and doing another, but overall, you just don't know what it is because of that, It's like, dude, be real. Like, what is, just tell me straight up. It's not going to happen like that. He's taking action, and you don't know about certain ones, like it's going to be under your nose. It's going to be trying to be sneaky, trying to do it without you knowing. So obviously it's, he's not trying to be straight up and just transparent with you and open and honest and forward. It's like he's got other reasons that he's doing things, whatever those things are. And I feel like it's trying to take from you. for whatever reason. I mean, obviously he feels entitled to do that, which is like retarded. But he said he doesn't want to set a schedule to see our kids or set a financial responsibility for them. He isn't being helpful. Men can't live with him, can't kill him legally. No, okay. I love that fucking expression. But when I heard that expression the first time, a guy said it, and he said it about women, so I thought it was fucking hilarious. Because it's like, that is true. You can't live with women and you can't kill them legally. That is fucking true. So I think it goes both ways, though. So I think that's fucking funny. It's true. I mean, not like literally, but yeah, it's fucking, it's good. I laughed really hard when I first heard it. I was like, that's... So don't take it seriously, but it's funny. You know it's funny. This is true. I don't know how people do that shit. Okay, so yeah. So what else do we need to know about this? I mean, I feel like it's, yeah, I mean, you're kind of like, it sucks that you have kids. Because it's like, you could just cut this guy off. I mean, he's not really, there's not much he's gonna offer, you know, except confusion and fucking probably taking from you, which is like not what you need right now, not what you ever need. But it's just like more that you don't need. He's gonna add to your life in negative ways, you know. You probably already see this happening. You probably already know all this, you know. It's just kind of like, and it's not going to change. So, you know, basically is what it's saying. May even get worse. You never know. You don't want to find out. Can we get some more information from her? You know, just confirm that, you know, whether or not it's something that she should, for her highest good, what do we need to know? Like, help her to understand and speak to her on a level that I wouldn't be able to because I don't know her personally. Resonate with her so that she can feel what you're saying and understand what, you know, put her back in the position of power over herself, and so that she has the confidence to decide what she wants to do and go for it. Queen of Swords. Yeah. It's like you want someone to own up and take responsibility. Six of Pentacles. So you're even willing. Yeah, you want him to help out, of course. Duh. You know, I mean, you just said that, but that's what it is, you know, and it's basically like, well, okay, hang on. Let me not. Let's see why it's telling us this again. Because what you know, what is fast? What do you need to know for her highest good? So the deal here is you'd like him to take responsibility and help out, lend a hand to these needy children, obviously, because they're children. They need help to survive. And he's their dad. Prince of Cups. Yeah, you want him to offer emotional support as well. Even if it's just to them. I mean, you know, to you, but mostly them because they're children, I would guess. I mean, maybe you want it for yourself too from him, because he probably used to be very emotionally supportive. You'd like him to be that again, you know, you'd like him to be there, be the person that you had children with, you know, like what the fuck. That's why I'll never do all that shit, because it's just like, yeah, it does not last. Always, sometimes, but shit, too often, it doesn't. So it's just not worth the fucking risk to me. But here you are, you've already done it. So what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Seven of Wands. Okay, somebody being very defensive and pushing people away. That's the excuse here. It's like, you are fucking pressuring me too much. You're against me. You don't want what's best for me. You just want... He is so immature. Like, I could just feel like he's gonna say, like, you know, act like you're the one who wants to take from him. Like, you just want my money so you could just take it, and like, it's like, shut up, dude. Seriously? With that. No, okay, what do you have to offer? Nothing right now. Like, What would I take from you? You don't have anything, you know? You don't offer me anything for our children. So what the fuck are you talking about? Get over yourself, you know? Jesus. And well, it is a page of cups. So it's like young, immature energy, of course. That's kind of what we're talking about. Seven of Wands. It's like, no one's against you, dude. Like, if anything, your kids think you're against them. So grow the fuck up and be here. Can he? I'm Gemini, trying to be Queen of Swords. Do that shit, dude. Don't take anything less. But you still love him, don't you? King of Swords. There you go. You will. You'll be there because we got the queen and the king. That's perfect. It's kind of like what you needed to see right now because that's the authority, right? You know, the woman is usually the more nurturing and the more caring and the, you know, supportive. The man is like, look, here's what needs to be done, and they do it. You know, it's the authority. It's the actually doing it, the push you need, you know. So I feel like that's kind of a confirmation that you'll get there. You just have to make sure you know, keep reminding yourself of whatever you need to remind yourself of in order to get to that mindset. Be that authority, you know, for your children. Like, have them look up to that instead of what he's been doing. And, you know, nothing against him, just saying in general, like, just, you know, that's something to keep in mind. They need to see that you are not going to take bullshit from people, because then when they're older, they'll know not to do the same thing, you know, not to take bullshit from people because you didn't, and you're strong. And that's our mom. She taught us. We've seen she doesn't take bullshit because she knows she deserves better. She knows that we deserved better, so she did what she had to do to make sure that she was doing what was best for us. And what was best for us was not letting some immature little man child come in and tell her that she's trying to take what is already hers and ours. You know, what should be ours by default. We shouldn't have to ask for our father to be there, you know? We shouldn't have to beg or make special conditions, you know? It's like, that's on him to pull it together. So overall, I think, yeah, there is probably better for you out there, even though we're not really seeing anything about like that. You know, we haven't really looked into like anyone else. But I don't feel like this. I mean, you know, hopefully they're able to like turn their ass around and like become mature all of a sudden. But I feel like they're kind of acting childish about the whole situation. And that sucks because the children, he's not really going to be straight up with you. It's going to be a vague thing where you never know where you guys stand. And obviously that's a waste of your fucking time. And I hate to say that because it's like sucks, but it's like, at least like what you've been seeing from him is like, I mean, anyone can change at any time. He can do that. And if he does, please come back and get another reading. But for now, it just seems like what you've been seeing from him is really what you're going to get. And that sucks. But it's like, it's better to accept it instead of expecting it to change and then it not changing and being disappointed by it, you know? Because it's like, that's just going to be even more painful and hard to accept later. Just take what he's been doing. Like, you can hope all you want. That's fine. That's good. That's positive. But, you know, just realistically, all you can really do right now is just take it for what it is. And what it is him not being there and not really helping out. So because of that, I mean, don't expect him to really do that, you know, until he shows that if he ever does show it. But for now, you know what you need. You already know what you know. You know what I mean? Like, you already know what it is. So it's like, just his actions are what you need to look at and let them speak for themselves. I feel like there is probably definitely somebody better out there for you, but who knows when that will happen. Maybe soon, maybe not soon. But with this person, it doesn't seem, unless they completely like change and, you know, start being there for you and the kids. And obviously it's like, you know, you already know where that's going. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, dude. It's like, why did you have kids with me if you were gonna just, oh, I don't even get it. Like, why people do that, but I mean, I guess there's reasons. It's just like retarded. Like, and you thought you could be a dad. Why? You really didn't want to, obviously. Like you said, kids, not kids. It's like they've had time to kind of say, like, I don't want kids after the first. You know, it's like, Yeah, it doesn't. It's not always planned, but like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know to me, but it's not my life. Just saying, it's kind of dumb. It's like okay, you just like all of a sudden just like never mind. Like you can't do that now. Sorry, can't do that. It's just unrealistic. You can't do it because hi, hello, these are our kids. Like like yeah, well it's a little too late for that, buddy. You got to be here. But he really doesn't have to, I guess. It's lame. It's like all of a sudden you're just not about it. Okay. Yeah, it's not helpful at all. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. Okay. Okay, if you guys are here right now, hi, love it. If you guys are here right now, like whoever's here right now, if you guys would like a reading, I'm going to update the list. So if you want a reading, please say something into the chat so I know that you do. If you said something before already, say it again because I'm changing the whole list to reflect who we see here now. So if that's you and you still want a reading, let me know in the chat. Say something now or forever hold your peace because now's the time. Anything at all, just let me know in the chat. That list I just did, I'm deleting it, I'm erasing it. So we're gonna have to do it again. Love it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Azalea. You take care as well, okay? You can do this. You can be stronger than, like, you're not a fall down bitch, as my friend would say, as she would call it. Just don't, don't allow that shit. Because you really don't need him, obviously, right? I mean, what would he offer you, anyways? Not saying it's easy to just let somebody go like that, but I'm just saying, like, you can do better. And you can. Hopefully. Let me be the first to tell you that if no one ever has. You already know, like, Joe. It's so easy to like say that when it's not my life, right? Like in the midst of it, it's a lot more difficult to see, I'm sure, but like for me, it's like easy to say that I already know that you obviously deserve someone better than that, you know? And it seems obvious, but it's harder than that. I get it. But it doesn't have to be, it's just like, I don't know. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or guilty or anything, like, but just like imagine if your kids were in the same situation. Would you want, like, what would you say to them? Like when they're older? Like, do you think they deserve that? You think they should wait for somebody to come around and help out? Or is it like you would tell them, you deserve better, already? Just a thought. I don't know. Okay. I got 2 from you, Joe. Is that correct? Two separate ones. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Definitely, it's definitely fine. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't let you do that, but either way. What are your questions? And we will start. Hi, Bella. How are you? Thanks. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you're here. We're on donation readings right now, but after, yes, of course, after we are done with these, stick around because I'll update the list. And you need to be here to let me know you want to be on the next wheel spin. So stick around and let me know if you're here when we do that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I got you. I just need your questions, girl. Yeah, you're good. It's all good. Use your better judgment on this one. I feel like you already know the answer, but you need to think twice. If you're starting to think, I don't know, just use your better judgment. You know what that means. Take it slow. Make sure their actions are, following what they have said, their words. Make sure those are the same. Believe what you're seeing. Take it for what it is. Shit. Honey, I don't even know what your question is, but look at this. Just, I'll definitely look at your question. Let me pick up these cards. But use your better judgment in those two. Okay. What kind of connection is this? If it's karmic, what do we need to resolve? Because I'm not doing this again with this man in the next life. Okay, I love that question. That's funny. Yeah, okay. And understandable for sure. So, I mean, it does seem like, because you said, because I'm not doing this again. When you said that, that kind of is like, okay, but you are, because the world here, it's like, it's just the same fucking thing, and I think they're probably, I don't know what they did today. You don't have to tell me, you can, but you don't have to. I'm just putting it out there that it seems like there's some kind of like like some kind of indecisiveness, like he doesn't really know what he wants, or like he's unsure, he's weighing his options in some way. I mean, but it's like never comes to any kind of real thing that's happening, or coming together. It's like, and it's a cycle. It's just like, again, we're here on this cycle, like, of we don't know what the fuck. It's just like, maybe at some point I'd like to, but I don't really know. And it's just like, if you don't know, then bye, because I know and you need to know. And if you don't know, then that's kind of like no. That's kind of like a no then, right? If they don't know, it's like, okay, well then bye. You don't have the answer. That means you don't really want it, at least not right now. So, but what you can do, well, let's see what your guys' issues are first. So I feel like it's a cycle. Like, nothing's changed much. It's really going to be the same thing that you've been experiencing, and it's not really going to be much of anything with them. Or for some reason they're weighing their options and not really giving you much, and kind of like using that excuse, like, I don't really know what I want kind of thing. I mean, maybe that's true, but it's really not worth your energy to be waiting around for something like that. So it's like, I don't see much progression or change. Let's see what your guys' issues are, first of all, or second of all. What are the main issues here that they need to resolve? Somebody is fiercely independent, does what they want when they want, and gets their needs met that way. That's just the way that they are, and that's the way they've always been. They'll probably always be that way, and there's nothing wrong with that by default, like in general, just by itself. There's nothing wrong with the Queen of Wands. It's actually very good that someone's able to do that for themselves. But in this situation, if this is an issue, then it's because, in a relationship, you can't just be about yourself. And this person is just used to that. So it's like hard to, can not connect, but it's hard to like have this, cooperation, working together, and having to sacrifice things for the other, and for the relationship, and, for different things in the relationship. It's like not much of that, because this person's fiercely independent. They don't really feel the need to tell you, or check in, or ask for permission, or, they don't need reassurance. They just do things that they want to do when they feel like they need to or want to, because that's what they do for themselves. So it's kind of difficult to be with a person like that, because it's kind of like you feel like they're just about themselves, kind of. They don't really consider you. Page 1. So, and they act without thinking too. It's not even like a constructive thing, like, I'm gonna get my needs met and this is what I have to do. I've already decided, I planned this out, careful thought. No, it's like, I'm just gonna do it. This is what I want to do, I'm gonna do it. It's kind of reckless, and childish. Like, some things are just like, why? Like, that's dumb. Like, just like, really? Like, If you would have sat there for a second and thought about that, you know you wouldn't have done that shit. Like, it's just like careless, you know? Could be a Leo we're dealing with. But if not, we're just talking about strength. So it's kind of like this is ingrained in this person. It's kind of like this is like how they are. Over time, they've become this way, and it's just the best. They feel like it's the best way for them. That's what they're about. But that kind of sucks that over time, they've become more reckless, you know, like because of whatever they've been through in life, as we've all been through things. But as they've been through things and kind of like figured out their way of coping and dealing with life and being the way they are, and, you know, in life, they've become more careless and reckless, less careful, you know, more just not giving a fuck really, or just not like just not taking a second to give a fuck, just kind of doing things. It's like grow up and like try to think about things before you do them. I mean, it could help you out, save you a lot of time, but no, they have to experience things on their own, I guess. I feel like they're pretty stubborn too. Well, if we're talking about Leo energy, that is a fixed sign. So, okay. Yeah. So they're reckless. That's, you know, one of the issues for sure. It's just not a mature person, really. In comparison, I guess you could say. So, I mean, that's definitely an issue. You're not trying to be with a child, you know? And they're fiercely independent. They just may be kind of like non-committal in general because they're fiercely independent. They're not really looking for somebody that they have to, you know, be with and connect with and explain things to. It's just not their style. So that's definitely one of the issues, is that they're not really trying to be committed in general, in a way that's like maybe the same way as you're trying to be, what you would need to feel comfortable and safe in that connection. So Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I don't think that they're without care, but I mean, they just don't really know how to be in a relationship. I feel like, you know, they just don't really care to try that hard. I mean, it's mostly about like, what do I need? They're not really considering you, but maybe it's not like a, you know, trying to be like that, and it just is because they just really are immature. But either way, it's kind of like, you know, sorry, that's the way it is for you, but it's not worth my time. But just saying, like, it doesn't mean that like feel bad and like, you know, stay with them because of that. Like, you can change them anyway. It might just be a struggle for you just because that's how they are. But I don't really think it's just coming from that place because they're just being a heartless old piece of shit. I mean, it seems like they care, but they really just like don't know any better. Really, they don't know how to like, and you know, it could be fear too. Like, why would somebody just have their own back? Because they just feel like no one else will, probably, you know, and that sucks. But you can't change that, you know, either way. So it's like there's no amount of Queen of Cups that you could give them that would change that, you know, because that's just the way that they are. They're going to have to change that themselves through healing. So don't feel obligated to try and do that. Let's see what you can do to kind of like separate yourself from the person, cut off the tie if you really want to, at which point you really want to, and how would you do that? First of all, you would need to just, you know, end it in a place of peace. So forgive them, you know, and a lot of people struggle with that, like deep down really doing that. And that's because they feel like, what do I forgive? They didn't say sorry, or they don't mean it, or they don't care, or like, why would I forgive them? They don't deserve that. But really it's for yourself, you know, to just not have hate for them, to just be able to move on and be happy and wish them the best, literally, and mean it, you know. And that's hard to do if you don't really feel that way. It's, you know, you're just not there yet. Don't force it, because don't fake it, you know, because that won't work. But in whatever way you have to, just try to like see it for what it is. And, you know, just the understanding too that really it's not that they're a shitty person like trying to be, or just not giving a fuck about you. It's really like they just don't know, they just don't have what it takes really to be in a committed relationship. Seemingly to me, it's like they're just not that person. So it's like, it's really not like against you or anything, or trying to be hurtful towards you, you know. It's just they don't have the capacity to even like break it down and like be there with you and give a shit enough to like explain things, you know, because it's just whatever, for whatever reasons. So I mean, maybe that's something that can help you to kind of like accept it for what it is instead of feeling some type of way about it, instead of thinking like, you know, that asshole or something. It's kind of just like, well, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, it's just he just doesn't he just can't, you know. It's like, it's not me, it's just him, kind of, you know. And that sucks, but it's okay. I think I can accept that and move forward and just, you know, hope for the best for him, whoever his next person is, if he has somebody. Okay. Wow, that's kind of what I was just saying, right? It's like, but this time it's the King of Cups, so it's kind of like, this is the caring. You know what I say about the King of Cups? It's like caring from a distance, right? Like you have the supportive person, but it's not the Queen of Cups. It's not this like lovey-dovey, nurturing, you know, touchy-feely kind of like, you know, caress your face and feed you and you know, make you feel comfort and safe. You know, it's not like that hands-on comfort like a mother kind of nurturing, like where it's obvious this person cares, obviously, because they're up in my face trying to help me and care for me. Like, no, it's the King of Cups, and that's a little bit different because it represents like, you know the person cares, but they're not all lovey-dovey up in your face. It's like, there's not like PDA and shit. It's if it's romantic, there's not PDA. It like, I mean, there could be. I'm just saying, for example, the energy of the person is like, the energy is just like, I care about you. You know the person cares. You know that they want the best for you, genuinely. You know that they like feel like they want you. They want to protect you. Like, not necessarily that they're taking action on it, but that's how they feel. These are emotions. They're cups, and this is the energy of the person. So it's like, from the King of Cups, that's you. I feel like, you know, the way you can kind of like distance yourself from this, literally move on and distance yourself. Just see how these two in this card are kind of being led away, you know. They're not really just like gung-ho about leaving. They look pretty sad and bummed out, these two in this boat here. They're not like stoked on this. I mean, they don't really probably want to. It's just, and it's sad, you know. They don't want to really look back. They don't even really want to be a part of taking themselves away from this. It's just like, they have to, and they know they have to, even if they don't want to. You know what I mean? It's that energy of like, I just know that this is best, and it sucks, but it's like, I wish you the best. I really do care about you, and I hope that you find your happiness, but I need to care from a distance. You know, just having that mindset about it and really having that, like, really feeling that and meaning it is the way to break um the I guess the bind, you know, the thing that binds you together. It's like, you need to be able to leave it off in a peaceful way, you know, distance yourself in a way that really truly is not of hatred and really wishing them the best. Then you've done all you need to do with this. You know, there's nothing, it just won't work, and you know that, and you both are accepting. He may not be, but that's because there's, you know, he's not done yet. There's more shit for him to work out, but it's going to be with another person, you know, because if you actually can, you might not be able to. I mean, it's not like it's 100%, but if you can get to that place of peace and acceptance and wishing them the best and not being hateful, then you're probably going to be able to be done with it, you know. That's how you would do that. And I'm glad those two cards came out to describe that, because that's kind of the perfect way to describe it. It's like, you know, it sucks, but you just kind of, that's what you know, that's the best thing, and you're accepting of what it is, and you're not hateful, you know, and you want the best for them. So it's like, now it's up to them to go and do that other half and find it, because they're not able to do that yet, you know. So you're evolving, you're growing because of this, and they may or may not, and it's really not on you anymore, you know, if you're able to adopt this mindset, you know what I mean, and actually like genuinely live by that in regards to them. That's what I would say. These are the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, and they're borderless. Very beautiful cards here. Yeah, I love them. They're pretty nice. The pictures are very, like, vivid. Okay, will do. Let me see. Right. I said, I said, if Joe's still here, I don't know if Joe's still here, but yes, I just read that and we can definitely do that. And I'll email you. Basically, I will email you and we'll finish that conversation, okay? Thanks for letting me know. I totally forgot. So thank you. Yeah, it happens. Right? No. I'm gonna go turn off the air conditioning real quick because it's freaking cold in here. But I'll be right back. Okay. So are we going to do the list again? Yeah, I want to do the wheel too, so let's do that. On this list, I have Levith Oak, Surishti, Nick Smiley, Once Upon a Fish, and KR. So who else would like a reading? Please let me know in the chat. Infinity. Denise. Hi. Um, hmm. Renee. Nazrin. Hi, you guys. How are you guys doing? What time is it for you guys right now? I just realized what time it is for me. What time is it for you guys? So yeah, Renee. I'm good. I'm really good. How are you? How are you? Thanks for asking. 3:48. Wow, okay. I thought it was early for me. Nope, it's earlier for you. Or later, whatever it is. Yeah, it's two, it's about 2 o'clock for me too. It's 1:48 for me. 9:49 a.m. What? That's crazy. Almost 5 p.m. I think that's such a trip. 2:17 p.m. 2:18 p.m. It's the daytime for you guys. And it's 1:49 a.m. here. That is so cool to me. That's a trip because I remember when earlier today when it was like 2 o'clock p.m. and it's like just imagining that's what it is right now for you. That's a trip. I don't know. It's trippy. It's weird. It's weird. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for being here. I'm glad we could all share this time, no matter what time it is. We're able to do that. Thank you, internet. I'm a little bit tired, even though it's like got my babies here. I don't know why I'm tired. Really don't. I think it's because I don't have my glasses, and sometimes when you look at the screen for a long period of time, it just kind of like gets to you. Probably what it is. And this light maybe too is like too bright. That's probably too dark, but that's better a little bit. Okay. So we have Levith Oak, Sarishti, Nick Smiley, Once Upon a Fish, KR Infinity 17, Denise Deschelle, Renee, and Nazrin. Anybody else? Now's the time. And we're going to spin again. So let's just shuffle it up a little bit. A few times. So I don't know why I'm giving you every play-by-play that I do. I just really don't know why. I just guess I feel the need to talk at all times is what it is. I feel the need to constantly speak and never not speak, apparently. I think my mom had the same problem, so it's genetic. Thank you, Mom. At least you don't have to be my friend every day, all day, or my boyfriend. Aw. I know he probably feels different about that. That's why I'm laughing. It's like he'd be like, "Shut up." Okay, I think we're gonna go for it. All right, let's go for it. Renee! Right on, Renee. Okay, let's do this. Are you here still? I'm pretty sure you're here. I know you just said something. So hopefully you're still here. Renee, let us know. What is your question? Let's go for it. I'm ready for you. Was it close to your name, Nick? Oh, yeah, it was. Maybe next time. Maybe we could do a thing that's like you guys could do something to get your name on it like more than once or something to get like a better chance. What can we do though that would like do that? Like, because then if you donate, it's like we just get a reading right away. Like you wouldn't have to be on the wheel. So it's like I don't know how we could do that. I'll figure it out. Oh, I'm just getting started. What do you mean take some rest? Girl, please. It's time. Here it is. We've only been here not even 2 hours. You guys like, yeah, but damn, that's bad for me. That's bad. You guys are like, you need to get some rest. I think I've only done like 5 readings so far. It'll become more though. Hi, Kalpana. Which is it? Because I never say it correctly. I feel like I never know which one it is. So I'm just let me know what it is so I can know. And no promises that I'll remember though. You may have to tell me each time. Do I have you on here, Sahu? No, I don't. Sahu. Got it. And Silent Lovish. Is that your name? Is that what it is, or? Yes, Patricia, definitely. I will add you. Didn't I just say it? Like more people will come, and then here you are. I don't do yes or no questions actually. Under any circumstances, I don't do yes or no questions, like because you'll be able to kind of make that decision for yourself. But nothing's really set in stone. So I don't like to say yes or no, but it's like we can look at the energy around the situation and then you can kind of decide for yourself what that means because you know more about it than I do, obviously. So it's like you would understand what it's trying to say, really, for you. And then of course we have free will, so it's like, that's kind of your decision. But definitely looking at the details of the situation. Cindy. Mhm. Renee, are you still here? Did you want the reading or are you not here? I don't see her anymore. Sorry about that. I do not see Renee anymore. Okay. All right, so let's spin. Cindy. Woo! Okay. Cindy, are you here with us still? Yes, you are. And what is your question, my dear? Please let me know so we can get started for you. I'm glad. What kind of person is what kind of person's coming for me in romance next? Hug. Air hug. These ones. Ooh. Sorry, just give me a second. And we will start. Already know better. Okay, so what was that? Right on. Okay. What kind of person's coming next for me? In love. So tell me about the next relationship she'd have. From right now, this is energy. What does it look like from right now today? What does it look like it's coming for her? Cindy. Can we get a person's sign possibly, or a personality, or the personality of the relationship that it would be? Definitely heading in some direction here. We have progress. Unfortunately, it's, it starts and then ends pretty fucking quick. So it kind of seems like a person who's non-committal is what you're headed for. Probably passionate as fuck though, so it could feel like the real deal. Be careful. Take the advice from Cancer. Guard your heart. Be careful. have a wall up. Like, I mean, that's probably bad advice, but what I mean is like, you know, especially if they're like non-committal, but with the Knight of Wands, it's gonna feel fucking awesome. So it's like, it's not gonna seem like it's not gonna be committed. Like, it's not something that's just like straight up, I don't want a relationship, that this isn't going anywhere. It's probably gonna be like feeling like it's gonna go somewhere, and you're gonna probably want it to, and then they're gonna be gone. I mean, seriously, because if it's not a straight player, it's just a person literally who is not trying to be in any one place for any like long period of time. Like, they're in, they're out, and but it's passionate as fuck. So it feels probably like it's gonna be longer, and you're probably shocked when it's not. But just don't, you know, the way that you can kind of do this and know who it is, you know, the next person, any person you date next, just, if it's passionate as fuck, be careful. Which it sucks to have to say that, because it's like you should enjoy that, but you know, when it's that soon, it's just kind of like iffy anyway. It's kind of a red flag, so just pay attention. If it's too passionate too soon, I mean, it's hard to say that because it's like it's probably going to feel great, and you're probably not going to want to have cautions, because it's like, what the fuck? I mean, this is great, you know? What do you mean? Be careful. Like, this is awesome. But just think about this reading if that happens, and just try to, you know, enjoy your time, but don't rely on it necessarily until it gives you a reason to, you know, give it time. You can't just know right away. Like, people, you don't even know the person really, you know, so just don't take it. Don't just think it's, you know, don't depend on it so soon. Take some time, you know, to get to know it and trust it. Don't just give it trust right away. You have to know if it, you know, if it deserves trust. So, we could have a Cancer person here, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because of the wands here, and Knight of Wands. But we could also see, it's like, yeah, in, out. You know, both of these guys are on, well, in this deck, the Chariot is on some kind of, you know, animal type thing. I mean, that's the Sphinx. Remember in the last deck, it was the black and white Sphinxes that were leading him, but in this deck, it kind of looks almost like the Knight of Wands, doesn't it? It's like similar. Like, they're both on this, you know, well, the Knight of Wands is on a horse, and this one is on the Sphinx, but it's different, but it's like kind of looks the same in this deck. So it's kind of that same energy of like, they're both coming in, and they're both, you know, it's like it's movement. It's like, it's not going to last a long time. It's going to be like short-lived. It's going to be here, and then it's going to be gone. You know what I mean? Like, it's in, it's out, but it's passionate. And so you'll know, because it'll feel very passionate. And that's obvious. You know, you can't not feel that if it's there. So, but try not to rely on it too much, you know, and give it time. And you'll soon see that once you do that, it's not going to be, you know, you'll realize then that, you know, they'll be gone. So you'll be like trying to, you know, you're going to be like, okay, over time, I'll trust them maybe if they're worth it. And then that'll never happen, because they're not going to stay, unfortunately. So, that's the Knight of Wands, you know, so that's just the Knight of Wands, and that's that energy. So the next person you date could be somebody that's short-lived, passionate as fuck. Try not to expect much from it, you know, if you even go for it. Try not to just rely on it. And maybe you won't get hurt, you know? Maybe you won't. Anything else we need to know? King of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's neglect. Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling abandoned. And the King of Cups, it sucks, because the King of Cups is really a very nurturing, well, you know, from a distance, remember? So it could feel like they cared for you so much, but then you feel neglected too, because they probably are going to leave, right? So if they remain this Knight of Wands character. So it sucks, you know, you feel neglected and kind of abandoned and kind of left out in the cold and kind of just left, basically, abandoned. So, but, you know, by a person that you thought really, really cared. So it sucks, you know, just saying. But that's why I'm saying, like, don't get too used to it. But it's hard when your passions take over, because it feels right. It feels good. You know, you don't want to just be like, but I'm going to have my wallet. this feels great, but like, no. It's like, how do you do that? But that's why you're getting this reading. So just think about that when that happens. It's like, and it's not bad advice, because really it's like, if it's happening that soon, it's kind of a red flag anyway, you know? I mean, sometimes people just are passionate towards each other, but it's like not something to really rely on, because you don't really know each other yet. So anything could happen once you really get to know each other. It could change. So, you know, in the beginning stages, you just can't rely on it. So just don't depend on it to go anywhere, because they're Knight of Wands character, unless they change that. But try to get to know them first before you just like think it's forever, because it doesn't seem like it's going to be at all. It's just hard to say that, because I know the Knight of Wands is so passionate that it's probably going to feel that way. And it's probably going to feel like the wrong thing to do, to just be like against you, like inviting it into your life. But it's probably not a good idea to just, you know, give yourself to this person right away. It's not a good idea at all. So with that being said, you're welcome. Thank you for your question and for being here. I see some new faces, and I'm going to add those faces to the list. Nicole. Sanj. It's okay. Oh, right on. It left?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Sakina. Yep, just added you. Okay, you guys. I'm going for it. Everybody that's here, I added you, so no worries. Everyone, right, that just said that is on the list. This is the list. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Can you see that? Is it clear? Okay. See right here your name? It's not clear, is it? I wonder why it's not clear. I don't know how to make it clear. Oh, it's better. Okay. Somebody said they couldn't see their name, so I just like wanted you to know that you are on the list. And what do I need to know about my upcoming days? Angel's message for me. Okay, so can I give you this? Sorry, chakra wisdom oracle. Is that what you because that covers a lot of different areas and very insightful. So I think it's a good bet. I think it's a good idea in this for this question. Kalpana. 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 I also know about her next couple of days. And the message for her. What is the message she needs to hear? Would you like her to know? What does she need to know for the next coming days? The next coming days. What does Kalpana need to know? You kidding me? Jerk. Freaking virus, I swear. Sorry. What does Kalpana need to know for the next coming days? What does Kalpana need to know for the next coming days, please? Despondence. Just check that out really quick. It's a purple chakra. So let's see what this is about for you, okay? Okay. Learn to see without sight. The overall impression is seeing the unseen. Keywords are guidance, intuition, secrets, integrity, knowledge, spirituality, inner child, mystery, and dignity. The manifesting intention says the sixth chakra represents our sixth sense. All the cards in the purple color array, indigo and violet, appear in this chapter. The brow chakra is the third eye and houses all that is hidden within, including our intuitive knowing. The cards often reveal family agreements made before you were born and karmic issues which you have brought into the world to work out. The sixth chakra reveals your intuitive focus and your inner knowing. The cards in this chapter may reveal the behaviors you've either inherited or unknowingly chosen to copy from your family of origin. This reflects where you are in terms of your own awareness and reveals your willingness to do your own soul searching. Your willingness. Are you living your past into the future? Faith is the unspoken element here. All intentions are fulfilled with the help of spirit. And that's funny because you're asking for your guides, your angel guides or something, whatever you had said. All intentions are fulfilled with the help of spirit. So it looks like you already kind of know that. You're looking for answers from spirit. So, despondence. Violet iris, and it says you have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So it's like if there's obstacles, you don't need to be attached to it. You can kind of understand it's an obstacle now in your life and do something about that. Maybe to get it out of your life or to resolve it in some way if you can, but just looking at it differently. Like this doesn't need to just be a thing in your life that you tolerate or that you have there bringing you down or being negative or, whatever the case is for you. So with that being said, despondence. It's violet iris. It says, by taking action, I found the road out. Like I said. Okay, so let's continue. The legend. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits, and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. So it's like something takes her out of that mindset, something just kind of like she knows she has to do it. So it's like an obligation that she needs to fulfill it. Not an obligation. I mean, it's like she doesn't have to, but she just has to, in her heart, she knows she has to. And that helps her to see that, okay, no, I can do this. I can get out of this funk, The inspiration says, Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. It's good advice. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. This is the personal inquiry, so this is for you to ask yourself. It says, in which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Key ideas are feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, and taking action. Keywords are revelation, movement, and encouragement. The meditation here at the bottom says, imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. As the great spirits reveal the action you must take. I'm sorry. Ask. Okay, the wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. Ask the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do, or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes and see that all is calm. Be grateful. Okay. So it's kind of like, I mean, you're kind of in the right direction already because you're asking, like, what do they have to say to me? I need to know. I need some clarity. I need some answers. Can you help me, like, find out what those answers are from spirit? So you're already asking that. But really, what you need to do is kind of like take time on your own, meditate if that's something you're into or are interested in trying. It's a good idea. Basically, journal about this. Like, journal it down and sit there with yourself. Just close your eyes and just try to ask openly, what do I need to know? What do I need to do? And you will sit there with yourself. You start to have all these thoughts. Try to calm yourself down and try to breathe. Focus on that. Try to clear your mind of all thought, like all worry and anxiety and like expectation and like pressure on yourself, like no negativity towards yourself. It might take a while, but once you get to that place of like no thoughts in your mind at all and you're just breathing, things will start to come to you. Ask for it. And soon you'll have your own answers. And it really does work. And that sounds like something you should do because it's kind of saying, like, in this meditation here, anyway, it's saying, ask the great spirits. And it's kind of like something you need to do on your own. And like remember it says you already know within. So you just need to kind of ask for them to reveal it to you. And then you'll be able to, tell yourself basically in your time of, in your time of being on your own doing this. This is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. And you got the card, Despondent. Hopefully that made sense to you. What did you think? Yeah, that's true. Sometimes the question is the answer. This freaking thing. Meditation. The root chakra, that's the first step. Sorry, there's this like virus on my computer right now, I think. And it's this pop-up that keeps happening, so I have to just keep clicking it away until it's ready to fucking be done with it. Remember, Kalpana. Yeah, sure. Sure, you're sorry. No worries. I like your guys' company. You're ridiculous. You know that? It's funny though. It's all good. You guys gave me so much traffic that day. I'm fine with it. I know it kind of annoys other people, but I know where you're from. I know why you do this. Everyone has their reasons, right? I mean, I guess you have nothing better to do, but I'm cool with it. I like the company. I need it. The channel loves it. YouTube loves it. Oh, yeah, about that root chakra. So I'm going to read this to you really quick. It says the first chakra relates to the source of your energy and to how you are building your foundation. Think of the root chakra as a platform. The red cards represent the support you have created or are creating for your future. The root chakra cards show us a new way to bring our dreams to fruition. They denote beginnings and reveal how to create a solid foundation in tangible form. Keep this in mind. If you are not yet creating what you say you desire, you may need to grow your energetic root deeper and wider into the earth's plane. How do you do that? You have to set the intention and meditate on it and just believe it, manifest. Basically, you have to if like manifesting is all about like you already believe it's possible. Sorry, I'm talking to the chat. I should be talking to you. You already believe it's possible. You already know it's possible. You just set the intention. You believe it's going to happen. And it's not just like sit there and just daydream and just not take action. I mean, take appropriate, reasonable action toward your goals, but believe they're possible. Like see it already before it happens. I don't know if you guys watch like UFC, but Conor McGregor says the same thing. He manifests. That's what he does. And he talks about it all the time. And it's like literally that's what he sees it happen before it happens. And then it happens. So um look into that. Literally, he talks about that. I was like, what is he talking about at first? But real shit. So it says an abundance of red cards in a reading is a strong indication of how you are building your foundation and will offer energetic ideas about what is necessary for you to manifest. These cards represent the beginning of an undertaking and may guide you away from the old ideas that no longer work in your life. Red cards ask, how does this card represent the place from which I can create something extraordinary? And what I want to do for you is I want to take all these red cards that are in this deck, and I'm going to pull one of them for you and see which one you need to focus on most. If you don't mind. Okay. Okay. Ready? So here we have the red cards for you, Kalpana. I don't. Actually, I don't. Yeah, it's not anything that you ever need to stop doing. Once you achieve these things, probably just makes you want to do it even more and keep manifesting other things. So don't ever stop doing it. You just got to believe in it. It'll come if it's meant, obviously, but it's like you really have to like hardcore believe in it. It's like, it's kind of like you're like, why isn't it there yet? And it's like, because you don't believe it can happen. I mean, it's not like anything can happen, but literally anything really can happen. It's just, at the same time, like not anything. I mean, if it's not for your highest good, maybe it's just not meant to be for you. If it's something ridiculous or harming somebody else or like, you know, anything like that, it's like that probably won't happen, you know, unless we still have free will. So you got to believe it though for manifesting. So what does she need to hear right now? What does she need to know about manifesting, and what does she, you know, what does she need to hear in order to be inspired and focus more on this and what she really wants to be doing? What does she need to hear right now? Okay, pick a number 1 through 7. I am still doing the list. I will put you guys on the list right now. I'm just doing this reading right now for somebody, and then for insecurity. Okay. Makes sense. No offense. It's not what you think either. So just hang on a sec. Hang on. There it is. Sorry, it's not letting me type anything until it's fucking retarded with this virus thing. So I don't even know how I got a virus because my shit's in S mode. It's not supposed to happen, but that is not true for anyone who's wanting to know. S mode ain't shit, okay? Might as well not have it. Because the shit, you can't do anything on it, and it's not protecting me, so shit. I mean, maybe you'll have better luck, but I thought I was good. Thought I was safe, and here I am with this shit. So I don't know. It's not always the case. So let's see here. Back to the reading. Red cards at a glance. Insecurity, demon red rainbow. Okay. Energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. This is a message to grow up inside, into a greater energy, and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. Okay, so let's see what else it has to say. I think that's pretty fucking clear, but what else? Because there's more. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. Bob is an inventor, yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced they're useless. One day he finishes something and is elated, until a demon appears taunting him. The demon red rainbow is comprised of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon red rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. So it's just like understanding that, like, it is you who is your own, you know, who's causing this, you know, who's psyching yourself out before you even get to that point of achieving these things that you're trying to manifest. It's like, don't stop yourself, you know, just keep going. Like, just believe it's meant. Like, if it's meant, it's meant, and it can happen for you. Why wouldn't it be able to? These are not these are not crazy things that you're wanting to manifest. It's possible, you know. You just have to kind of believe it and stop getting in your own way. The inspiration says, miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. Okay, right on. This is for you to ask yourself, your personal inquiry. Do I listen to my fear? How can I tap into my courage? Okay, and the key ideas are being courageous, facing adversity, finding tremendous power within, undervaluing your contribution. Like, yeah, like you think you don't even deserve it or something? Like, yes, you deserve it, you know? So know that. Keywords are freedom, bravery, and success. Your meditation here says, from a place of peace, call upon 2 or 3 of your spiritual protectors. When they appear, express your fears. Allow your protectors to give you strength and assist you in becoming greater than your fears. How do you feel now? So that's something for you to meditate on, okay? Try that. Just try it. Sit there with yourself and just try that meditation, you know, and see what you come up with. Never know until you try, right? So this is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, and you got insecurity. Okay? I love that deck. This deck. I love it. It's a really great deck. So hopefully that did something for you. Hopefully you can kind of feel like what you can do from here, you know, from this point on. That will be helpful to you. And let me know how that is. Let me know how that works for you. If you try it. You should. You really should. Okay, so it says about money in this book. I was just reading it. It says, if you want to manifest more money or like a job or like, you know, something like that, don't think about like, how am I going to get it? Don't try to manifest like the job. Just manifest, well, I mean, you can, but it's saying with money, say an amount you want to start making every month. How much do you want to make every month? What's your goal? Just the numbers, and start believing in that, manifesting it, speaking it. Also take action toward that, you know, but like manifesting, you're going to have to just the numbers. They said, don't overwhelm yourself. Just think of the numbers. And if that sounds retarded to you, then you don't understand it. Because I'm really not like, I'm not just talking shit. Like manifesting works for people. I can't say I've ever tried it with money, so I'm not going to say I have, but you should get this book because it talks a lot about it. Maybe we'll do something like that soon. Like we'll just do readings like about this, and I'll read some passages, and we'll pull some cards for people and do something like that. Actually, you know what, you guys? I'm going to end this right now because I can't do anything. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to end it, but I'm going to try to. And whoever's here right now, I want you guys to come tomorrow at 11 when I'm here again. You're welcome, of course. Hopefully that did something for you because I feel like that's a really great deck and it has a lot to say. So hopefully you got something from it. And yeah, you guys, I want to see you tomorrow. So let's do this again. I cannot get off this thing right here. I don't even know what to do. So thanks for being here, though. I did enjoy myself. I hope you guys did too. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have a great night. And thanks for being here. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you're not already. Join us. Join this little club we have because everyone here is very supportive. You won't regret being part of it. And I want you to be part of it. Let's do this. Let's make something. Let's create something here. Like, why wouldn't we? You know? So, you guys have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. I'll be here. Will you? I guess we'll see.